All right, you guys, I know you've seen the video that went viral about the suspect who drew down on the officer inside Walmart. You guys, listen, we are going to be reacting to the full body worn camera footage. All right. And I'm going to give you the turn by turn thoughts on where this thing went wrong, you guys. I'm going to give you context. As a 13-year law enforcement veteran, I am going to break this thing down for you because this situation is crazy. And let this be a reminder to all of us of how dangerous policing is in this country and how quickly things can go from calm to chaotic, where the officers are fighting for their lives or saving the lives of others. So to give you the background, this is involving two suspects, a male and a female. One male by the name of Shane Newman. He looks like an absolute demon, along with his co-conspirator, Katrina Jeffrey, who's 23 and he's 21. They are shoplifting. They get caught. They get detained. The officer's already at the scene, and you're going to see him engage with the suspects at the entrance of Walmart. All right, so let's dive into it.
Hi, sir.
Let's go. Come on. This way, guys. Yeah, probably. Unless you guys did something crazy.
All right, I got to pause it here because I'm not liking the officer's approach, okay? Why do I say that? This is also very dangerous, how he's handling these two suspects. Meaning, listen, when you have charges and you know that the suspects have already concealed, how do I handle shoplifters, you guys? This is the best practice. I arrive on scene. I've identified the suspect based on what loss prevention has already told me. We've confirmed that they shoplifted. What I do, I detain them and handcuff them for my safety, for their safety, and then I escort them to the loss prevention office. Why do I do that? Because one, if you don't, suspects can run, or if suspects have a weapon, they can take the weapon and they can engage with you with that weapon, or they can take a hostage. And now you have a shootout inside Walmart, inside this establishment. The officer is already not doing a great job. All right, we're off to a bad start. And this makes sense how we got to this point of him being almost killed in the line of duty. All right. The suspects are too far away from him. The officer doesn't have any type of control on the suspects. They can run if they want to. They can do a lot of things. Okay. So this is not a good practice. All right. He's too comfortable.
You didn't do anything crazy, did you? You should be using self charge. Come on, guys.
See, here's another thing, right? The officer's like, hey, you guys, come on. I need you guys to go this way. Listen, there's no command presence. What do I mean by that? He's not using any type of authority on these two criminals. They're criminals. Okay, he's very comfortable, but this is dangerous. You don't know what they're talking about, what they're trying to plan, what they're conspiring. You don't know. This officer is way too complacent. You guys, they should have been handcuffed and they should have been thoroughly searched and then escorted into the office.
Come on, guys. Here we go.
Come on, guys. I got a lollipop back here for you.
In here, guys. How do we have to go in? Because that's the way it is. Have a seat. You got anything on you I need to know about? Why'd your hand in your pocket?
It's not all.
I'm gonna pat you down real quick, alright?
That's cool.
Nothing on you was gonna poke me, stab me?
No. Delio, it's just, yeah. Just take the Delio.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Nothing on you that I need to know about?
I do have this, this shit I stole.
Oh my God.
What's in there?
At no point in time as an officer should the suspect be finding stuff and giving it to you. Okay, that means that you failed to do a proper search of the suspect's person. And look, he has a fanny pack on. He has like a bag over his shoulder. I didn't see the officer search that. Not only that, that 3-second search that the officer did, I don't know what he searched for. You guys, it looked like he touched his pockets and his waist. Listen, guns can be stored in ankles, inside shoes, in between the legs, the crotch area, upper jacket, okay, waistband, around the stomach, around the chest, under the arms. I saw none of that. And in the clip, we don't even know where he pulled the gun from. It's possible he got the gun from his little fanny pack, the little bag that he has around his shoulder. The officer never searched him thoroughly. I don't think he searched him at all. Okay? This is crazy. And the suspect's like, oh, hey, officer, you missed this. My bad.
They only pay for the phone card. Yeah.
Go ahead and see for me. Anything else in there I should know about, my man? Yeah, come on.
I have a valid prescription for him.
Asking the suspect, you should be doing that yourself.
Okay.
Or like my pharmacy, you can see it's prescribed. How did you do that? You stole?
Katarina?
Right.
What's your name?
What's up?
What's your name?
Xavier.
Xavier what?
What do I have to give my last?
Because, my man, if you don't cooperate, I'm going to put you in handcuffs.
Xavier Wells.
Not his name.
I'll give you my real social.
I figured that was not right. Well, thank you for that.
We can get you.
Now, unless something crazy happens.
She said, are we going to jail? He says, not unless something crazy. Well, something crazy does happen, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It looks like they were going to get a shoplifting ticket. And yeah.
I told her not to steal it, bro.
You did it too, so those are just on her. You watched you walk over and put an item in the bag off the shelf.
Throw her on the bus. Cool.
Using data verse, please.
5550.
Woo!
Ooh, knee to the face. Nice. Okay.
Eat up.
Not quick that happens.
Give us your hands. Now. Don't touch him.
Do not touch anything.
Now here's why we handcuff people. What's the other issue of this video, of this situation right now? What's the other issue? The issue is the girlfriend. She's free, right? What if she decided to, based on the plan that they came up with before he brought them in the office, okay? What if she goes and picks that gun up and then starts firing at the officer while he's trying to handcuff her boyfriend? You guys, this is Bonnie and Clyde 2.0. Just that fast. That's how easy these things can go south when officers do not do their job properly. You guys, this officer put himself and everybody in that room in danger. Everybody in danger. All because he was so dismissive, lackadaisical, and a lack of situational awareness. He's too comfortable. This is basic, textbook, things that you're supposed to do as an officer to keep yourself safe. And he failed. He could have got a lot of people killed today, you guys. And listen, the gun, the suspect, this demon pulled the trigger. He aimed it at the officer and pulled the trigger. There wasn't a round in the chamber. And then he goes back, he racks around. Okay, you see him trying to, and then guess what? Then, thank God, you guys, for the loss prevention officer reacting. What a hero. Saved the officer's life. Because if the loss prevention officer ran or he hid, guess what would have happened? He already racked that round. He had already lifted up again. He would have definitely got a round off at the officer. The officer, you see him, where's his body camera, first of all? He takes his body camera off. Why? Why? You guys, by the grace of God, that officer's still alive. Okay? You see the officer dash out the view. He gets cover, he draws his weapon, and he re-engages the suspect. But he never shoots him. He never shoots him. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And I know some people are going to say, listen, there's going to be a racial component to this. Well, he didn't shoot him because he's white. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay? There's nuance to this. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Let's see what else is on here. This is a long video. Crazy. And his radio is dying. Okay, let's break this down. All right. The $1 million question. We know the officer did not do a good job. He didn't pat. He was too lax. Why didn't he shoot? Comment below. Tell me why you think the officer didn't shoot. Because I know there's going to be some black folks. All right. Who's going to be like, he didn't shoot him because he's white. And the officer didn't see him as a threat. Well, two things can be true, right? There's a possibility the officer obviously did not feel them to be a threat. I treat everybody the same. Everybody the same. I suspect everybody has the ability to harm me. And therefore, my process and procedures are always the same. Male or female, white, black, Asian, Hispanic. You're getting in handcuffs and you're going to be searched. I don't care how cute and cuddly you look. Doesn't matter. I don't care about your age. It doesn't matter. You're being searched. You guys, in this situation, the officer, we're gonna rewind it back. We're gonna put it in slow motion. I'm gonna point some things out to you. If you did not hear the gun click, that is key. Okay? That is key. We're going to start from right here. And this is where the suspect is going to use, he's going to use this opportunity to try and catch the officer off guard. Okay? So the LP officer is handing him a sheet of paper. He's like, hey, can you write down his name for me on here? Because they have to do their paperwork as well. All right. While the officer is running, it seems like he's running the suspect's name on the radio, trying to find out who he is because the suspect gave his social security number. According to the news, as the officer was running it and getting the information back, the officer immediately finds out that the suspect is wanted and considered armed and dangerous. Okay. At that time, what happens? The suspect goes for the gun. We don't know if it was inside the pouch or inside his upper jacket. He pulls the gun. The LP officer sees it. He points and it clicks. The gun doesn't go off. He racks it. Listen, right there. He racks around, you guys. He racks around into the gun. You see the officer here at the bottom right. What is he doing? He's actually removing himself out of the danger zone. Completely caught off guard. The suspect here is now with a loaded gun. The gun is loaded. Shout out to the LP officer stepping in, a hero's job. Completely courageous. Completely courageous. He's wrestling with the gun at this point. Now, what happens, this piece right here becomes interesting. All right. He aims at the officer. The officer's weapon is not drawn. He flees. He gets behind cover, it looks like. He draws his weapon. The gun is still in the suspect's hand. Why did the officer not take the shot? Why didn't he take the shot? Here, gun is still in his hand. Why didn't the officer take the shot, you guys? Listen. A couple things. One, okay, I've been in situations like this before. There's a good chance people are going to say it's because he's white. Maybe, maybe not. You guys, the officer has to analyze the situation. He has a victim to the left of the suspect, and he has a loss prevention officer directly behind him. The officer might not be confident or comfortable shooting the suspect with fear of the bullet going through the suspect and striking the LP officer. This could be the reason the officer is hesitant. It'd be the reason I'd be hesitant, but I probably would have did a press contact to his head, you guys. Me personally, I would have given him a soul bond. He would have been out of here, okay? And in this situation, why do I say the officer had the green light to shoot him? Because the suspect is still in possession of the gun. The officer also could have been thinking, hey, the gun's not pointed at me. Maybe I shouldn't shoot. I don't know what thoughts were actually going in the officer's head, but I do know the potential issues that the officer could be examining in this moment. What's the other issue here? Even after the gun now at this point is officially out of his hand, could the officer still shoot the suspect, you guys? Yes, 100%. He could still green light him and take him out of here. Why do I say that? The gun is still in play. The gun is loaded, right? It's in an arm's reach of the suspect. Who's to say the suspect can't wrestle out of the hands of the LP officer, take the gun, shoot the officer, shoot the LP, shoot whoever else inside the office? The gun is still at play. The officer is still authorized and would be justified in taking the shot, okay? So the gun falls. What does the officer do? The officer comes with a flying tiger knee, okay, to this boy's face, and the hat hit him so hard his hat flies off, okay? Now, the gun is on the floor. I don't know if the LP officer was able to move the gun out the way, but what's the second issue, you guys? His girlfriend. His girlfriend is still at large. Could she have picked up the gun and shot the officer with his back turned? Absolutely, that's possible. Absolutely, you guys. All right. This is a situation that just went way out of control, that was in the officer's control. All right. So at this point, the officer gives him a couple good uppercuts, very well deserved, and slams him on the ground. All right. Some people are going to say this is race, that he didn't get shot because of race. You guys, contrary to what you believe, white people are shot more than black people by the police. Okay. Now, not to say that people don't have bias and that there's not racial bias. Yes, there's definitely racial bias in policing. Yes, there's prejudice and stereotyping in policing. Yes. Okay. This is true. Yes, those things impact the way an officer polices, but stereotypes are not just limited to white officers. Okay. Black officers also stereotype as well. Okay. So listen, there's a lot of factors involved. Is his skin color a factor in him not being shot? I don't know. Maybe, but maybe not. You guys, out of my 13 years of policing, I have been through the most craziest situation that you would never imagine. For those who know my story about being dragged down the interstate, which caused me to have to retire, you guys, I have been through a lot. All right. I've came close to shooting, killing at least 6 or 7 suspects in my entire career. I've shot at one suspect and I've had to pistol whip another suspect. And each and every scenario was very, very unique. And there were a lot of factors involved in those decisions that I made. Again, this supersedes skin color. And even in those moments where I almost had to shoot someone, the reason why I didn't shoot one or two was because one, my partner was too close, or the other time was I did not want to risk harming a citizen that was close by or a victim that was nearby that could have been shot during that encounter. This is a real conundrum that officers face and have to make that split-second decision. So in this case, it's very possible the officer did not want to miss the shot or for the shot to go through the suspect and strike the LP officer. All right. So again, I know race is going to be a factor, but one of the biggest misconceptions as relates to police shootings is that people within the black community believe that black people are shot and killed more than white people. And that's false, you guys. White people are shot more by the police than black people, right? Don't get caught up in the disproportionate this, disproportionate that. That's irrelevant. Population size, that's irrelevant. As we relate to per capita, okay, the reality is you have to examine the encounter, the behavior, the crime, and the actions of the individual. Each encounter needs to be examined as an individual situation, okay? We're not examining population size and numbers and rations and fractions. People are being fed with misinformation and disinformation from the media. And I know the media puts out a lot of stuff, you guys, but it's not accurate, okay? So anyways, let's dive back into the video and let's see what the officer says after the supervisors arrive.
Sarge, I don't know if you want the DV out here for this. Get these two for theft. Have them in here. They're cooperative. He's being kind of weird, but he hands me that full of pills.
Okay.
So I do pat him down, but I didn't get his pouch that he had. So as I'm sitting there, he lies about his name. Finally tells me it's then inquiry just told me he's got 881s. He's armed and dangerous. As soon as he does that, he pulls a gun out, puts it on my head, pulls the trigger, doesn't even go off. Conrad comes over here to tackle him. I draw. He ends up giving up. I couldn't take a shot because Conrad was on him, but gun's over there.
Okay. Leave. I think they have the suspect.
Yeah, there's two suspects.
Okay, you guys. Okay, then you guys run them. Start getting. You got the male or female? I think we have the female. Get running all her stuff. Let's get her Form 8 going and get her out the county.
Her charge is going to be theft.
That's all. I was going to release him. That was the thing. Like, it was just going to be a summons.
Did she do anything during all this?
I mean, not
than-
the
Just the
gun part.
theft,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
She has
So
two.
we can get her and cut her. Like
in
give
her.
her.
Do you want
pocket?
She has two bullets.
Make sure she's not under disability if she is here with that too.
Do you want DB to interview her though?
You know what? Yeah.
All right, you guys. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to kind of let you hear how he explained the situation to his supervisor. As you can see, he was very lax about it. Like it wasn't kind of like a big deal. I assure you the next day he was definitely going through it. There's nothing like a gun being pointed at you and it doesn't go off. It freaks you out. I've had nightmares over things like that. So it's a lot. And listen, I know that I critique officers' actions a lot on this channel. I do it for educational purpose, not just for officers, but also for the audience. And also as a reminder, so you can see that we are not perfect. Okay, we're not perfect. We're imperfect people doing a very dangerous job. And if we're not careful and if we're not at our best, if we're not really operating at the highest level, we could get ourselves hurt and at worst, get other people hurt or get ourselves killed. All right, I know that all too well, you guys. It doesn't take much, but an honest mistake, a misstep, and you can find yourself meeting your maker. All right. So listen, let me know what you think about this. Give me your thoughts in the comment section. I know there's going to be a lot of racial backlash behind this encounter. Like he said it to a supervisor. Hey, I didn't have a good shot because of the LP officer was right there, so I didn't do it. All right, so these two suspects are in jail. He is going to be charged with attempted murder, which is definitely attempted murder. Okay, just because the gun didn't go off and didn't strike it doesn't matter. He had intent to try to kill the officer. I say put him under the jail, okay, forever and a day. I can't stand these guys out here, man. I can't stand these guys. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't already, if you like this channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the hype button. And with that, you guys, good night. God bless.